It's a pretty cool piece of equipment, man. Hi guys, I'm David with Media Unlocked, and today we're going to be taking a look at the MOZA Slypod. It is a slider and a monopod built into one. It is motorized so you can get some amazing shots, and we're going to take a look about how we use it and why we think it's worth every penny of the $500 it cost. Hi guys, I'm David with Media Unlocked, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Slypod. Now you may ask yourself, what is a Slypod? A Slypod is a monopod and a slider built into one that is motorized that can be controlled by your phone. The Slypod has been really amazing for me to get B-roll shots and any really interesting tight shots. I also use this a lot at my weddings that I shoot, because what I'm able to do is hide the actual Slypod and the camera behind, let's say, a big column or a door or a wall, and have it slide out of the wall or the column and then show like the bride getting ready or the groom getting ready, or a couple times I've used it at receptions where I've hidden it. The best way to do it is to actually have the Slypod at its full extension as it is right now. Focus, figure out the shot that you want, then bring it back in and then let it go. And I don't have to worry about autofocusing. I just manual focus that ahead of time because I know where it's gonna land far as the focus point. You guys have seen the house shot that I just did, but I'm actually gonna show you how I make that shot a lot more interesting, and it's really simple to do. So the first thing I wanna do is I wanna figure out where my ending point is going to be. So what I'm gonna do is, I know that I want the house back here in the shot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna extend the whole entire Slypod to get an idea if that's the final shot I want. So right now, what it's doing is it's gonna fully extend, and I'm gonna set up for the actual final shot, and then I'll bring it back in and actually do the shot. It's actually really simple to do. Now, if you notice, I'm using this tree right here as a way for some depth of field, so that you guys can actually fill the movement into the house. So I like that the tree's still over here on the far left, and I've got the shot I want. So what I would do is I actually technically have autofocus on, so I would actually pre-focus this shot. I got that shot. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this back in. We know that where the Slypod gets to its full extension and it has stopped, that it is focused in on what we want it to. So now we'll bring it in, and I'm gonna have a little bit of the tree, and it really helps to have something in the foreground because you can see that movement. And you wanna be able to see movement when you're shooting film, video. So now we're gonna record. The biggest thing is to have that parallax, to have that movement of the foreground and seeing the background move so that it doesn't feel generic or fake. So we're recording, and now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna push the plus sign, and it's gonna move on out, and it's slowly, you're gonna see that tree, as you see the tree slowly moving, and the house is coming in. Now pre-focus it, that's the big thing, is that I don't want it trying to focus on the trees that's moving. I wanna have that pre-focus set up so that I know the house is gonna be in focus. One of the really cool things that the Slypod does is that you can connect the MOZA gimbal to their system so that you can actually use the Slypod and their gimbal at the same exact time. So say you want to shoot a time lapse and you want the gimbal to be moving left to right while the Slypod is moving straight out, just like a slider. You're able to get that really cool shot. Now, hopefully one day in the near future, we'll grab one of their gimbals and we'll actually be able to test this theory out and actually show you how it works. Being able to have a monopod / a slider all based into one, I mean, seriously, I just push a button and look at it, it's already coming back in. It's getting a nice, beautiful shot every time. And I just love that about the Slypod, and it holds so much weight for something so small. So the last thing that I really like about this Slypod is how well it works with the app. It actually works really well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on and connect it over to the app. And it does it via Bluetooth. So I'll just go into it, hit enter. It's connected now. Look how fast that connected. It connected really fast. So now I'm gonna hit remote. It also gives me the battery level. So my battery level is at 64%, and I'm gonna go on and slide it out. And as you notice, it is starting to slide. I haven't pushed any of the buttons on the actual Slypod itself. This is all coming from the app. And I can actually pick up the speed. So if I wanted to go faster or slower, I have that option. So if I wanted to really slow it down to a trickle, I can do that. And it's gonna slow down a little bit. I can also set where I want it to stop. I'm gonna have it stop right here, even though that it's not full extension. I want it to extend a little bit further. So let's go on and extend it a tiny bit further. And now we're extending it a little bit further. So the Slypod has a lot of different options, a lot of things that it can do creativity-wise that can really help your shoots. Again, they're only $500. So it's, I think, a really, really good price. A motorized slider by itself can run you $500 to $1,000, and you get the gimbal option and all the other things that it does. At $500, I think that's a really good deal. Again, 9 pounds the way it's set up right here. And if we go vertically, we get up to 20 pounds. So we could throw a red on here and actually use it. Well guys, we've come to the end of this review. We love the Slypod. At $500, it just opens up so many possibilities and doors on the creativity that you can make with this thing. Again, a motorized slider can run you easily $500 to $1,000, and you're getting a slider plus a monopod all wrapped up into one. Now, there'll be a link right here, and there'll be a link at the end of the video if you guys do want to go purchase it. It does help us a little bit and gives us a tiny bit of commission to keep this channel alive. So guys, as always, I'll catch you next time. There's a slider and a gimbal. Sorry, it's knocking down those. It helps to have something in the foreground because you can see that movement.
What's the word for that? What's the word when there's foreground that's moving at a different speed?
Parallax?
Yeah, nailed it.
Parallax. My boy Kevin behind the camera, he taught me all about the parallax.